me!
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Brad Burrow, and this is Carlos Arellano.
Hello, everybody.
Carlos is our lead animator, guru. He also cleans the bathrooms here at Real Media.
Every other weekend.
And washes my car. No, he didn't. I'm just kidding. We want to talk a little bit about a project that we did a couple of years ago. We haven't talked about it up to this point, but it was for the Super Bowl broadcast for NBC.
Yes.
That was...
2018, the Patriots against the Eagles.
Right. So... I wanted to tell you a little bit about that project. The opportunity came years ago, we used to do a lot of work with Baylor University, and we did all their animation. Remember a lot of the motion graphics and animation and TV spots and things that we did with Brian Bray there.
Yep.
And Brian called us. He now works for Ross and does the kind of augmented reality portion of the Sunday Night Football broadcast. And they had this idea that they wanted to put 3D players
for the Super Bowl. They wanted to use 3D models and put that into the live event of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So they came to us, and Brian reached out to me and said, is this something that you guys could do, or could you guys tell us somebody that could do this? And I'm like, well, let me talk to Carlos. So I did, and we talked to Carlos, and they were using a software package called Unreal Engine, a gaming engine, which Carlos happens to have a lot of experience with, and then taking 3D objects and putting them into this engine. And so we actually looked at this. We kind of auditioned for the process. I remember we got a model, and we took that model and put it into Unreal Engine and animated it and rigged it and all this stuff just to show them. So we actually won the project. And then it came down to the next probably, 6 weeks, we worked on what the workflow was going to actually look like. We brought in some help. Our friend Daniel came in and helped us.
Big shout to Daniel, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. But we worked on that workflow of what was going to happen, because for this particular project, we were not going to get scans of the actual Super Bowl teams until the week of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
From there, Carlos and his team had to take those scans and then rig them, get them set up in 3D, get all of the
textures, animation,
right.
have everything ready just to grab, drop, and put it live into the Super Bowl event.
Not to mention motion capture. So we had a motion capture suit, so we had to actually get the right motion for the players, which is a whole other story that we can talk about at some point. But that week, so we ended up not getting the scans until, was it Wednesday? We were supposed to get them a lot earlier than that. We didn't get them until Wednesday.
Yeah, in order for us to reach up to that point, I mean, again, I'm going to go back a little bit. I didn't practice. We did a little bit of research and development for up to 3 months before we were actually just ready for that moment.
Down.
Yeah, so I worked on the workflow for over 3 months to find out the right path to have everything like one step after another.
Because we knew that week.
We know that it was going to. We have to be 100% efficient, and we cannot have any mistakes, because otherwise that will be reflected on us, and everything was going to be live at the Super Bowl event. So our name was in jeopardy. So I have to be 100% sure that process, it was going to work at its best.
So a couple things that happened that week. They had some problems with the scans. We didn't get those till late, but we had to work through that. So we won't go into that. But Carloson's team really worked around the clock that week to get that to happen. And then we get to Friday night, we deliver everything. Carlos has actually even gone beyond by delivering this content in a format that can go right into their system in Unreal Engine, which was really cool. But the producer, the executive producer for NBC, had not seen any of this yet. So he loved the way it looked, but he said he thought the players had ants in their pants. Do you remember this?
So I remember that.
We get the scans that night, and we can hear back from him like, I can't. He says, I can't run this.
Wasn't that like around? I remember it was either Saturday afternoon or no,
it was Friday.
No, it was Friday. It was a Friday night. It was like around 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning when we actually got the call. Like, I don't know, guys. I'm not very sure about the movements, because most of the movements that we had, it was like, when you're getting ready to, I don't know, to do a sprint. You're shaking out, doing your shoulder moves and everything, moving your head. Probably it was a little bit too over the top, but he wanted to tone it down a bit. And we sent a couple of extras all right, so this one is toned down. And it was not moving, almost not moving along. He was actually just like back and forward a little bit, and he was still not happy with it. Like, no, less.
Yeah.
We had one that he was just like standing still. Perfect. They're like, really? Come on. I mean, we're trying to mix it up a little bit until we reach the that sweet point.
So the couple of funny things. So that night when we hear back, so we're like,
I remember that.
We're doing the
I know where
motion
you're
capture
going.
for
I
the
know where you're going. Yeah.
the new thing, and we decided to play a little joke, and we'll roll that video. You guys can watch that. But we had the actual motion capture. Carlos had the motion capture suit on.
I put it on. I remember. I put it on. Like, you know what? I'm sick of it. So let's do this. All right. So you guys will see it after this.
Brian, we just wanted to know what you think about this movement. So
But it was
we sent a little
hilarious.
message to the folks at NBC, but it was just a joke, and they laughed. So
Yes.
just so you know, but you'll see that. The other thing is that what was really cool about that whole thing was that you were able to figure out in your workflow how to deliver the files right to them so they could go right into Unreal Engine. And the cool thing about that is that we saved the folks on site at the Super Bowl a lot of time from having to import and set up, and that all just went seamlessly right into their system.
Right. The process that we took from the very beginning was, all right, so we're gonna receive the models, the scanned models, which was the only thing we got, and after that, it was up to us to put the skins on, basically the textures on it, rig it, animate it, make sure that it was looking right, and then after that, it was grabbing that particular object to them, so they can actually, as you said before, they just grabbing the object, put it into their system, and it was ready to go. So
now, one other thing that I just have to say is it's amazing how big Tom Brady's hands are. Do you remember us getting those scans? This is a true story. This is a true story. We got the scans, and his hands,
like sausages,
they were like huge. Like, we thought, this is a mistake.
You see the 3D model, their hands, it was like super huge, it was literally like a balloon.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I asked Brian Bray, our buddy, about that, and he goes, "No, he really has hands that big." I'm like, "Okay, so it's accurate." Well, anyway, so we really appreciate your time listening to this. We did want to say that this was really a fun project for us, and it's it's really
Very
cool
fun
being able
project.
to get your work in front
Super
of
fun project.
300 million people. I will say I was very nervous for that Super Bowl.
I was too. Yeah.
Seeing everything show up on screen and everything.
Especially
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they only gave us no more than 48 hours to finish the whole project.
Yeah.
It was like, take it, put it on, live event, and that's it.
And you guys pulled it off. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.